Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 3. Last time we explored into the depths of the ancient ruins of Moselle, getting past all of the water enemies, finally. This time we are going to go into, well, back to the main party. Yeah, I know this isn't like the original party we started with, but this is going to be my go-to party whenever bosses get tough. And come post-game, they're going to be the party. For the vast majority of it. They're the ones that I'm going to max out their levels on and get them to take down pretty much all of the super bosses. I will get back to the other three probably right after this fight, but yeah, they are not very effective for taking down this particular boss. These three are. They all have skills that make them very effective in this fight. However, there is still a very large amount of randomness to this fight. Sometimes you can get really lucky, like on my previous practice run, or unlucky, as in, you know, the previous 5 practice attempts before that. So, if this doesn't go well, we will be seeing you again for the same thing. Anyway, let's enter here and move forward. Pretty much the same setup you would expect them to have at this point in the game. Wait a minute. I know that little guy. Hail to the fools. Father Spirit, Mother Spirit, Child Spirit. We are... I'm reminded of the Spirit Squad. That's sad. No one should ever be reminded of that. The music kind of stopped dead there. No. If you remember earlier in the game in the Urza Lava Caves, we've met this little guy before. This is Robin Wind, and he is the most difficult part of this fight. We do fight all 3 of these guys. Even though the one on the right looks blue, it's like a blue flame, so he, I believe, has... Each of these have a different element. From last time, the guy that we fought, I believe, was opposite of the one before it. Did I write that down? I don't think I did. Oh, no, I did. So the amoeba monster that we fought in the last episode was weak to earth. And what did I write there? And he drains wind. These guys have all different... each of them have a different element that they're weak to and that they drain, based on their obvious, you know, one is being water on the left, wind in the middle, and fire on the right. I'm assuming those are the elements that they absorb. Just don't use elements in this fight. It's not worth trying to prep for one. Spirit Brothers. Yeah, they're not all that intimidating, are they? Yeah. Well, they were called the Warner Sisters, or the Warner Brothers, and the Warner Sister Dot. Gotta love it. Always gotta watch Animaniacs. Now what are they gonna do? Blue Spirit, Yellow Spirit, Red Spirit, the Spirit Squad. That one was pretty cool. That's it. Pure souls, huh? Okay, let's see if we can do this on the first attempt at recording it. Okay, get distracted there. First thing I want to do is I want to use mic tablets. Now, if possible, go after this one first. I got hit already, so I'm gonna have to redo this fight. But I'll basically show you the strategy, and then I'll show you the end. Basically, it's side kick spamming, but you're trying to mix them up. That blue talisman is awesome. You're trying to make it so they're not stuck together, which is kind of why I wanted to drag one of them to the side. It just did not work very effectively. So yeah, I took damage, so I'll have to do that again. With the other party, you basically get, you know, dead. It's very, they're not very effective at this fight, so I would not recommend them. You need tight damage that can kind of stun lock enemies in place so that they can't move together. Unfortunately, they did in this fight. So anyway, that's basically it. I'll show you the tail end of the fight that I actually succeed in. There we go. It took 3 or 4 more attempts, but I got her.
Let's go.
And you get different items. The items they drop are... they're not random. They each have 1 drop, and they're not very common. None of them are of any importance to me, so I don't care. But yeah, we were able to take them down, get both of the battle trophies in one go. This is the party I would recommend for it, and I would recommend Controlling Fate for the ability of Sidestep. Sidekick is just so awesome for gaining battle trophies. And of course, I did not watch that scene, 5 more times. That would have taken forever. Really? You like the first one the best? The one that you complained about? Oh, whatever. Anyway, with that being said, we enter the final room. Now, if you remember back early... Fucker off, don't get stuck in random things. If you remember early in the game, we got that side quest from Roger, and Roger gave us the ancient books, and we got all but one of them. Well, the final one, I believe, is this one or this one. You just talk to it and you'll get it. However, you have to do this way earlier in the game, meaning you're going to have to spend a lot of time level grinding to get reasonable levels, and you still won't have things like Boots of Prowess because you won't be that far in the game to get the item creator that makes them. So it's kind of unfortunate. It's very difficult to get. I think they were strength berries. Nowhere near worth it, but I figured I might as well show you that they were there, or well, at least tell you where they were. I'm not going to be able to get them, obviously. I've heard one person explain that if you recruit Roger, you get to do it at this point in the game, but I've also heard a lot more evidence saying that you can't do that, so I'm going to say you can't, I guess. But anyway, when we get here, we get to meet this ghost, Count Madeline. Kind of a strange name. Okay, or at least a strange spelling. No. You are a special being. Okay. Yeah, probably. Anyway, this guy is irritating and he speaks weird. What's in this room? Let's figure out why we're actually here in the first place. Yes. Well, they're the mechanism for opening doors. The way that this works, this is referred to as the game room. The way it works is just like you would expect it to. It's runic chess, and we've already done this, so I'm not going to bother with the explanation. I don't know what he gets for that. You probably just ignore him at that point. Anyway, we don't need an explanation. Shall we start the game? Yes. We know how this works. We've already done it once before. Basically, triangle button, we have a thief, a warrior, and a symbologist. So for fighting you, we want the warrior. And for fighting the warrior, we want the symbologist. And for... there we go. For the final one, which is a what was that again? That's a symbologist. Okay. So, for that one, we want the thief. And that should pretty much do her. And now hold fast forward because it's just really time-consuming to watch all this. Basically, it plays out exactly like it did in Gemini, and it's the same kind of deal, and it's very simple, so I'm not going to go through the explanation here. I've already done that. Actually, twice, because we had to do it the first time we were here in Moselle as well. Anyway, with that being said, we've won, and yay! The fanfares and fast forward. Huh, not bad at all. As your reward, you may pass. Where? Where'd he go? Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. We get secret door. Luckily, it doesn't lead to any more of this dungeon. His place. Now, I believe he's referring to Luthor. or he's referring to the optional dungeons and the boss, which I won't talk about that at this point. But yeah, the extra dungeons post game, probably what he's talking about, considering this is an optional dungeon. However, in the official strategy guide, the one I procured for the start of the last episode, it actually covers this dungeon in the main walkthrough and does not list it under bonus dungeons, which is really stupid. But whatever. You can say no more. With that being said, he's disappeared, and all we can do is go forward. Luckily, there's only one more room. This one. The treasure room. So, yeah, I have too many, so both this and the chest to the right contain synthesis materials, so I'm not going to be able to get either of them. Fortunately, if I want to get them, I'm going to have to come all the way back in here, which is not something I want to do, but it'll be a lot faster in subsequent goes through because you don't have to do all the extra stuff. Anyway, we get a blemished textbook, which is the real important part about coming here. It's not like it's super important for any reason, it's just the only really valuable thing. So, like I said, 2 synthesis materials have a weight here. You can't actually do anything here, it's just a treasure room, so. Anyway, let's take a look at the items that we got here. Star Guard. You have to equip it to have the Star Guard ability. It's not a shield, it's just an accessory, unlike in the previous game. Basically, it allows you to use the anti-attack aura Star Guard. It doesn't have it by default, so it's not like you can have this and a regular stun or anything like that. I don't think I've ever used it, so I don't care. Here we get common support symbols. Again, we can't make these as far as I know, so the ones you have are the ones you're going to be able to make use of. It gives like healing and I think a couple of status for curing things. Status curing spells to the user, and then they can use them in battle or outside if they want. I will be giving those 2 characters at some point, not right now. Blemish Textbook's the important one. It's another anti-attack orb, which is regeneration. Basically, if someone hits you and you have your guard up, instead of being stunned or taking damage, a bunch of little floaty things will all converge on your character, and they'll all heal them for a little bit. With that being said, that's pretty much all we can do here. So let's get on out of here. Let's see here. The other path over... Get out of that way. The other path over here is... well, I wouldn't say probably anything. It's just very basic and straightforward. We don't have to do too much with it. We just want to collect the map as we go. I might as well show it on screen, but first I'm going to change up my party, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're all set up again and ready to go. Same party as, I've been using for the last little while, except for the last boss, because, yeah, that's just too much effort to try and take that down. There's not a lot left to this area, it's just basically collecting the map, but I figure I might as well show it. Running through here, yay. I think there are some enemies around here. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there really isn't all that much. Just let's get the, oh, there are some enemies there. Oh, there's a new enemy. Oop. Before I get 100% on the map, let's fight this guy. This guy's familiar if you've played the game up until this point, I guess. This is like the crab boss that we fought back in... Where did we fight this? In Eriglyph, I believe. The Octonauts. Yeah, kind of like another mini-boss-ish. Again, not at all out of experience. Nothing really to worry about. Just throw on the big map and not get stuck on things, please. We've already fought you, so we don't need to do that again. Yay, we got 1 out of 1 scale bunny. Yeah, we have a decent amount of leeway with this one, so there we go. I've already shown off the rest of this, so I will meet you guys... Where will I meet you? I will meet you... I'm going to head back to town and grab some stuff. So, yeah, after I do all that, get some more items, healing and all that, I will meet you back at the door where we entered this dungeon, so that we can take the other path and move forward with Lot. Okay, I lied. We did not meet to advance the plot. I forgot completely about these. When I was able to borrow that strategy guide from a buddy of mine, I was skimming through and I happened to notice some private actions that I had missed. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but these are ones that I'd never done before, so I figured it would be interesting to show off for a couple of reasons. One involving the fact that you can actually get an item. Now, hopefully this actually will work for me. It would be rather nice. No, maybe not. Apparently, there is a private action in this area while talking to the king that allows you to get an item for Albel. And I will look into why I wasn't able to get it, but if you talk to the unflappable old woman in this room, we'll find out that he's getting married. Okay. Would you look at that? So, looks like there's going to be a royal wedding. I'm sure that will tighten the ties between the countries. Hopefully it'll last a little bit. Anyway, I will look into why I can't get that, because I thought that I could, and you do need to talk to her in order to initiate another one, but for that one I'm going to have to meet you back in Aquaria. So if I can't figure out what to do with Albel, this thing here, I will meet you in Aquaria. Okay, we're back in Aquaria. Now, the reason why that quest was not going to work for me is, unfortunately, because I did not choose Albel as my first character. I chose him as my second optional character, and so it does not work that way. However, if you come here after watching that scene, so I won't be able to get it. What it does is it gives you a new weapon for him that has an attack power of 800, and the factor raises normal attack base decision +1 on there, which can be refined to +2, and it has an attack power of 800 if I didn't mention that. The weapon we have for him now already has an attack power of 900. It doesn't have the normal precision, but I can always put one on there at some point. I think I can make it through alchemy. Doesn't matter, I don't care for it that much. It would be good for him, but I just don't care all that much to modify his weapon, because I'm really not going to use him all that much beyond, you know, the main part of the game. Anyway, if you talk to the old lady and talk to Nell here, we learn some new news. Apparently, someone Nell knows named Rosaria is going to be wed. The High Priestess daughter. I wonder who she's marrying. Oh, apparently Nell already knows. Would you look at that? Yeah, kind of. That's pretty impressive. Now, here, it's just an affection rating boost. Congratulations, of course, would raise it with Nell. I think that lowers it, and that probably lowers it even more. I'll guess that one. I really don't care. It really doesn't make any difference to me. I just wanted to show it off because I happened to read it. This is, I think, the second last one in the guide. I think there's 60 different private actions throughout the game. And I would say I've probably got, like, I haven't gone through it or anything, but I'm pretty sure I've gotten a good, 70-80% of them, at least. I don't think I've done any worse than that. Anyway, nothing more you can say. Alrighty then, can I get out of here, please? Thank you. Now, there is one more private action we can view here. Unfortunately, we can't do the one with Albel, but there is one with Sophia here. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this is. It says it's the second floor of the castle, according to this guide, in the White Dew Garden. I think that's out on the ledge here after going through here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Let's go up here first. And out here, maybe? Ah, there we go. And let's talk to you, Sophia. Most definitely. There is some nice scenery in this game, gotta admit. I like the use of color. It's got a lot more color than a lot of games, specifically PS2 titles. You know, Final Fantasy X had lots of color, this game has lots of color, but a lot of the other ones, you know, any of the Shadow Hearts games, they don't have a great amount of color. They kind of a dark, you know, worn down, earthy tone kind of game in both, you know, the emotional tone as well as the colors. Final Fantasy XII had, you know, the first quarter of the game being the color of the desert because they're stupid, and that game pisses me off for many reasons, that being the main one that stopped me from playing it the first time. I picked it up and I played for like an hour and a half. I was like, no, I'm not going to spend all day in the desert. No, I'll do that later. Of course, I've since beaten it, but twice, actually. Oh? Seriously? I wonder who she could be possibly talking about. Now, from what I read, apparently, yes, he is. Yeah, apparently, yes, she is, and I am very tempted on just saying that. Alright, so if you say this and your affinity thing is good between these two, this will increase it, and if it's not high enough, this will actually decrease it. I don't care anyway. This will probably be the best answer in terms of what we'll get. This will probably just lead to her getting pissed off and hitting me or something. So let's go with this one. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've never actually played this game and worried about the endings, but yet there are minute changes to the ending, mainly who fate pairs with. I think that's basically the only thing that ends up happening. I could be wrong, who knows. Like I said, I haven't done it and I haven't watched anyone else do it, so it is what it is. Anyway, with that being said, I think that's pretty much all I can do. No more running around doing stupid things that I really shouldn't be doing. I think that's it. We will actually progress with the plot tomorrow. In fact, I will meet you there, and I'm not lying this time, unless something else comes up. Let's just take a look at this real quick.
Good morning.
I did go through and buy some new stuff, so I wanted to kind of show this off. This one I probably bought some of, maybe. There's that, which I don't need. Crappy gauntlet. Don't want that. Soulstone's not very important. Don't need that. Don't think I want that one. Anyway, I went and I bought a whole bunch of stuff. So let's kind of take a look so that I will be able to start where I want to. New items. There we go. So I stocked up on things like blueberries. I bought a bunch of extra mental power rings just because they're there. Same with rings of animosity. There was a boots of prowess. I think 5 or 6 of these. That one, maybe that one. Fill up on status curing items and any items that you can find that you'll actually need. Now, medicine bottles are kind of unique. It just says it's poison immunity during battle, but that one will add another immunity on top of that. And I can't remember the order, but I think the next one is paralysis. that can actually be of great value, and I didn't even think to use this as a strategy until I was reading it. If there's a boss that paralyzes you or petrifies you, you don't need to equip something to protect against it. You can use one of these at the start of battle and won't have to worry about it for the entirety of the battle. Now, you'll have to, of course, keep refining this, and I believe this is done with compounding, so I'll check ahead and see if any of the bosses will require me to do that going forward, but I think it's just mainly for post-game stuff, but I figure I might as well buy them since they're there. Fill up on Resurrection Mist, Syrupy Potions. There were extra Cinderella tablets, so I grabbed them. This one was, I think, about 1,000 full each, so got a lot of those. What else do we got? Yeah, basically just buy lots of stuff. Mark III healing devices. Yes, these are awesome, and only like 6 or maybe 10 grand. So worth it. Buy those for sure. And we got the stun bomb number 1 that Puffy made for us a couple of episodes back, something like that. Anyway, just basically fill up on everything. Make sure you're full on blackberries, blueberries. What else do we have here that I should be full on that I probably don't? Let's see here. Yeah, if you had extra ones of these, that would be nice, but I don't think I'll be going through that many of them. So just make sure you have a good supply of food going in. I don't even think I've done any cooking myself in this LP. Just basically buy the ones that are available. And what else did I get? I think that's pretty much it. So, anyway, that's all for this episode, and next time I will meet you back in Moselle, and we will go through all of that and progress with the plot at long last.